Country music superstar John Rich, you are one of the premier guys out there in your sector doing work for veterans, so I can't think of somebody better to talk to about this. This is like deeply tragic.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I mean, I've been listening to every syllable of what you said. Secretary Collins is a good guy. He's a patriot. He loves our military. I mean, he's one of you. And, you know, I learn things all the time when I meet with veterans. For instance, they go to a VA and they basically hand them a bag of pills. And they don't tell them, hey, by the way, if you start having suicidal thoughts, stop taking these and call us. And to your point, it's just kind of like, here you go, swallow this, good luck. And you wonder why the suicide rate is so high. We always know that number 22. It's actually a lot higher than 22, as you well know.
A day, by the way.
It's just a day, yes. More than 22 suicides a day by military vets.
Yeah. But here's the other thing, too, is like these guys obviously committed heinous crimes. Our hearts go out to the victims of these crimes, burning a church with IEDs, shooting up a bar on the water from a boat. I mean, this is insane. I'm looking at this. At one point, do you say, when you get out of the military, you have to be assigned a single point of contact that is your rep or anything? Like, do you see, you've done so much work with charities for veterans and stuff. Do you see something that could help here?
Yeah, I think that actually is a really good solution to it. They should have somebody they can call. You know, it always astonishes me that our government will spend many billions of dollars every year. And some of these soldiers, as you know, they call them $10 million men because they've got roughly $10 million invested, especially in a special forces guy. And then when they get discharged, they just say, see you later, alligator. Thanks a lot. There's no help for families. Like when a guy gets killed in combat, we have to, in the public sector, we have to go raise money to try to help families of men and women who are killed in combat. That's not right either. I mean, can't we peel off one or two of those billions and help their families and make sure these guys are checked up on? I think we should. I think President Trump should look more closely at this problem.
Instead of spending $13 billion on a border wall in Oman, maybe we should bring it home. And, you know, the North Carolina governor, Josh Stein, said the shooting in his state, he said, quote, there are too many people in our communities with dangerous obsessions exhibiting threatening behavior who do pose risks. We have to do better. Yeah, I mean, like you just had a schizophrenic criminal stab a woman in the neck on transportation. But the problem is in the wake of these, like, oh, we have to do better. We have to do this. And then just like in the main shooting with that veteran who was clearly deranged and should not have had firearms, nothing changed 2 years later. And we're back in the same scenario.
Yeah, I mean, I've pushed for instance, why are there not mental health facilities at all of the bases around the United States? Where if you served at that base, you can go back to that base and have an appointment, talk to somebody for an hour a week or twice a week. I think it would have huge implications to the positive. And these are men, like you said, highly trained men who have been in combat, experienced terrible mental trauma, and they're not being checked up on. It's not an excuse for anybody, but I'm glad you're highlighting this. I wish Secretary Collins could figure out a way to address the problem.
Yeah. No, it's really sad. John Rich, we really appreciate this, man. And again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything you do for veterans.
Yes, sir. God bless you.
He loves the Constitution. He fights for what's right. He hates the bad guys. He's a freedom warrior. He's your freedom warrior. Watch Carl Higbie every weekday on Newsmax.